Good afternoon, Bloomington Jaguars hockey fans. We are coming to you today from New Hope Ice Arena. Not sure if you'll be able to hear me over the old school PA system announcing starting lineups here for the Bloomington Jefferson JV squad. We'll do our best to relay starting lineups here as they're announced. The Lady Jags coming out for the first period with 10 skaters today, going against a full contingency of
16 skaters
on the Armstrong-Cooper side. Starting in net, as always, Ada Bird. Starting on D on one of the blue liners would be Vea Flanders. Kalina Walsh starting out at least as her defensive pairing partner. At forward number 1, Lola Herman. Like I said, she'll probably be taking the draw. Elsie Tyus, freshman, starting at one wing. And Megan Hoffbeck starting at the other wing. We can't understand the PA announcer, so I won't attempt to relay the Armstrong-Cooper starting lineup. With me today on the broadcast again will be Johnny Rash, man in the camera, Kurt Krenz. We're down one announcer today. So a three-man operation, going old school on it.
Notably, Ryan, beyond the 16 skaters, they have 2 goalies suited up for JV. So
on the JV squad.
So this is a hockey-rich tradition area, and of course a combination of 2 high schools, Armstrong and Cooper, and they call them the Wings, which is not the nickname of either high school, but the combined team.
Well, I'm seeing from the banners hanging here, John, it's the Cooper Hawks and the Armstrong Falcons. So I suppose you take the birds, you consolidate them, right? Clever marketing on their part.
And you know, they've really kind of created their own hockey culture up here. For those who have been up at the New Hope Arena, it's iconic in terms of the wooden beams and wooden roof. It even was used for the filming of the Mighty Ducks movie, so people would recognize it from that. But the girls' teams play on the rink next to it, and they've kind of made it their own, and the culture their own. So it's a very fun place to play. We played our sectional game here last year, if you remember, and a very tight one. Unfortunately, the Jaguars came out on the wrong side of that by a goal, but this is a good rivalry between the 2 high schools.
All right, getting ready for the initial puck drop here, John.
Replete with the Let's Play Hockey
chant
straight out of the Wild game, and let's hope our Jaguars are playing like the Wild have been playing in terms of how hot they've come out at the start of the year.
I imagine this is going to be the norm this year with our JV squad being undermanned in terms of numbers against almost every opponent, I anticipate. As we discussed on Thursday, a little bit challenged for numbers overall this year. So we will see in most games some roster movement where some players will be playing both varsity and JV. What we were a little surprised to see, but expecting to see more of in the game, players playing a variety of positions. So they had different skaters playing on the blue line. It felt like each period, everybody taking a rotational shift because we don't have a static set of defensemen on the JV squad. So we're gonna see a lot of movement in terms of who's playing what.
You know, I mentioned it was kind of like a pickup league game where people were just rolling off the bench, you know, and the next man up in effect. But I think that makes them all more adaptable and better players.
So Lola Herman does in fact take that opening center ice draw. She wins it back. Bloomington gets it in deep. It's behind the net. That's Tyus, who's pressuring in the corner, held in there by Flanders. Hoffbeck battles for it behind the buck, but behind the net. Armstrong-Cooper comes out with it. Cross ice pass doesn't connect, but gets tipped in deep. Flanders retrieves. She's got Tyus up the boards. Tries to go off for the forwards. It's batted in. Hoffbeck's going to have a little bit of time. She clears the zone successfully. Herman tries to get it deep. Doesn't succeed. Tyus bats it in. And Bloomington gets a chance to change their forward line. On the puck there was Melnichuk. It goes behind the net. Again, Walsh goes to Flanders. Got Keith up on the left wing side. She tries to go across for Lindman. Doesn't connect there. On the point, that is First, who's going to be playing some defense in the first period here after playing forward all last game. She skates back, but we're going to get our first icing call of the game.
You know, you mentioned in terms of players playing different positions, and not only might that pay off, Ryan, in the JV games, but they're also undermanned in the varsity games as well. And we saw in the varsity game, Lola Herman, who took the first draw as the center, play defense in the varsity game on Thursday night as well. You also have Vea Flanders, who was playing D, who of course is a varsity defenseman as well. So a lot of players playing a lot of different positions and getting a lot of ice time.
Yeah, developing that flexibility when you're short rostered is important. Here comes Cooper with a bit of a 2-on-1. Good back check by Bloomington to break that up. But Cooper tries to get it back to the point. Keith almost knocked that loose. Cooper manages to get into the slot, though. It's going to fire a shot high of the net. First retrieves, Lindman retrieves behind the net. Tries to hit, who was that? That was Sam Nevent coming out. It goes all the way down, but it's on net, so no icing. Jefferson with a full line change. Tyus gives chase, so does Hoffbeck, but Cooper skates it across. They come in with speed, gets pushed to the corner. Nice play there by Walsh. Flanders, Walsh, both behind the net, all three Jefferson players, but Cooper is still in possession of the puck, working it into the corner. Gets it in front. Walsh picks that off, though. No shot. Comes out to the blue line, and Cooper, with a bit of a mistake there, lets it out. Both Tyus and Hoffbeck giving chase. And here comes Bloomington. That's Flanders who gets a shot, but hits that over the net. Tyus tries to get a rebound, but errs on that. Sam Nevent pressuring on the sidewall, held in by Flanders. Loses a bit of an edge there. Tyus forechecking in the corner. Cooper goes D to D behind the net. Struggling to break it out. Ooh, intercepted there. Shot on net, but that hits traffic. In the corner there, that's Melnichuk. Cooper struggling to get it out of the zone, but now they've got a little room to skate. They cut back to the middle. They're going to try to get it deep to get a change. They actually throw it down on net. That's deflected into the corner. Walsh has plenty of time. She's looking for some skaters. Makes a move, but has that puck poked away. Cooper now with fresh legs on, trying to possess the offensive zone. Can't get it in front of the net. It goes into the corner. Keith drops down to battle, along with Melnichuk. Keith tries to get it out of the zone, off the wall, but held in there nicely by Cooper. Poked away by Melnichuk. Had Sam Nevent up top. Melnichuk's going to get it. Now she's going to try to get it deep. Finds Sam Nevent. She's got Keith in front if she can get it to her, but puck's lost along the far wall. And here comes Cooper the other way. They lose that pass. Herman, who was covering at the point, brings it in, drops back to First. First shot deflects off a skate into the corner. Cooper battling for it in the sidewall, trying to get over the blue line. 2-on-1 opportunity here. First is back. Good back check by Bloomington, closing that off quick. All five skaters coming back to help out in the defensive zone. We'll see if they can maintain that level of energy throughout all three periods here, John, with only two lines.
Indeed, a lot of hustle on the Jaguars side, and they almost got a 2-on-1 because of it with Megan Hoffbeck and Lola Herman, but the Wings broke it up effectively, and they're trying to come back down.
Cooper throws it in deep. There's Lindman behind the net. She gets it ahead to Melnichuk. Actually goes between Hoffbeck's skate. Melnichuk with speed. Oh, tried to get it over to Tyus. but had one more defender to beat and just got it poke checked away. There's Walsh at the blue line. She gets possession. She's looking for a pass. Gets it across. That's Melnichuk. Shot. Save. Good pass there by Walsh, hitting Melnichuk, cutting in.
Indeed, and good hustle by Carmen Melnichuk, and a nice shot, but the Wings goalie was well positioned and swallowed it up in her gut. We got 9:44 remaining here in the first period of a 0-0 game. Shots seem to be about even. The play seems to be about even, but a face-off in the Wings zone.
Good face-off draw win there by Melnichuk. Got it back to Walsh. Her shot goes wide. Held in by Flanders. She gets dumped at the blue line, but Melnichuk pressing. Here comes Armstrong. They could have numbers, but they peel off to get a change. Both Walsh and Flanders back. Puck slid harmlessly on, covered up. We're going to have a defensive zone draw.
You've mentioned this a couple times, and it's worth noting that on 3 straight shifts, the Wings have had some momentum and, if you will, flying down the ice. But the Jaguars have back-checked quite well this game so far and closed off what could be 2-on-1 opportunities or a straighter shot into the net, and that one swallowed harmlessly by Ada Bird, leading to a face-off, and now we got Taylor Keith bringing it into the neutral zone.
Keith content to dump it in deep. Melnichuk's going to give chase behind the net. Uses her body positioning well. She passes it back to the point. Walsh just throws it back behind the net. Keith trying to control on the sidewall. Gets chipped out to center ice. Flanders gets a skate on it. Herman, fresh off the bench. She again dumps it in deep. We're going to get a whole new line change here for Bloomington. That's Sam Navent on the sidewall. Held in at the point. That appears to be, can't read the number. That's First, who's passes it ahead. Gets up to Herman. She's got Tyus. She drops it back to Lindman. Lindman shoots it in. That hits traffic. Centering pass from Herman. Hit a skate. I think it was lost there for a second, but the goalie had it covered.
Really nice reaction by the Wings goalie, because that's one that can easily go in because it greened off a skate, as you mentioned, and that's highly unpredictable, but quick on the glove and quick to cover it at that point, but good pressure by the Jaguars, Ryan.
Herman's going to take this offensive zone draw, wins it back. Shot goes wide of the net, but held in by Hoffbeck. Herman tied up in the corner. Hoffbeck comes in to help out. Both of them battling Armstrong defenders now. And the third Armstrong skater comes away with it, gets it up the sidewall, but nice job holding that in by Lindman. Bloomington going to get a couple of new skaters out. First, pinches on the other sidewall. Both these new freshman defensemen, who I think are typically forwards, doing a good job on the blue line so far. But here comes Cooper. As soon as I say that, pick off a pass at center ice.
But then we pick one off, Carmen Melnichuk.
Kept that. I thought that might have crossed the blue line, but no call. So Cooper with a little offensive zone pressure here. There's Lindman battling in the corner. Cooper player goes down. Hoffbeck tries to get it out, succeeds. Keith's going to give chase, try to buy her line mate some time, get some fresh skaters out. Keith goes behind the net, turns the Cooper player the other direction, does it again. Good forecheck here by Keith. Chases her all the way to the far side corner. She's not going to give up till she forces her to give it the puck and succeeds in holding the zone. Cooper, another clearing attempt. That one's held in. Here comes Flanders. She's trying to position for a shot. Gets it on net. Blocker save. Good shot by Flanders. Cooper now breaks out. Tries to go to the sidewall. They're in the midst of a change. Flanders with a poke check, but it bounces right to an on-rushing Cooper player. Walsh, though, deflects that shot wide of the net. She and Melnichuk back behind. Here comes Cooper, though, possession. They're going to drop it back to the point. Shot through traffic. That gets through the Bloomington defense and through Bird, but trickled just wide, and now Bloomington's going to clear it out of the zone.
And was on the side of the net for a moment when usually the refs would blow the whistle, but they just let it play on and popped out, and now Jaguars had it down in the Wings zone, but the Wings coming right back.
Jags a little fortunate. That shot did not trickle in. Walsh here goes to Herman, who was covering on the D. Gets it ahead to Lindman. Back to Herman. She's got Tyus on the far side. See if Tyus can win that puck race. She does. Takes down two
players
Cooper
went down,
defensemen.
almost a third.
But Tyus, strong on her skates, stays standing. Here comes Hoffbeck to pressure the puck. That's temporarily held in. Comes out to center ice. Lindman looking for a pass. Tries to spot Herman, but that's intercepted. Lindman recovers. Plays good D there. Takes the body, slows him down.
Again, good back checking here. You had 4 Jaguars on the wing who was trying to get in front of the net.
Lindman's going to come out of traffic with it. Skating in all alone. All 4 players behind her change in. Hoffbeck now is going to trail in to help out on the forecheck. Lindman drops back to the blue line. She's got Herman back covering for her. Here comes Cooper. Looking for a pass. Good back check by Herman. Forces her wide. Hoffbeck there tries to poke check. It's caught up in the ref skates. Back to the blue line. We're going to get a shot on net. Kick save. Wide to the near side wall. Back to the middle again. Shot just wide of the net. Bloomington's got to get this out of the zone here. Had a couple of good scoring opportunities. Keith tries to get up the blue wall. Across the blue line. Finally gets out to center. Hits a ton of traffic. And shot right back in deep. Hoffbeck now going to retrieve. She's probably going to take that behind the net. Tries to get up the side wall. She finds Keith. Keith, good no-look pass. That hits Melnichuk. She's going to throw it high and wide of the net. Chase Downs her own miss. Comes out to center ice. Knocked loose. Melnichuk's picking it up. She's got Tyus with her. Good move by Carmen. Gets a shot. Blocker save. Tyus there. Throws it back on net off the pad. Into the corner. We don't have a shot counter here, John, but I feel like Bloomington's probably leading in shots, but a pretty even game so far.
It really is. It's also a very fast game. There have been no scoring, no icing, no offsides, no penalties, and we're at 3:44 remaining in the first period. And we haven't had a whistle in about 5 minutes. But here we have a goal.
We got our first goal, a shot through traffic. I think it got slightly deflected. It looks like we got a...
Carly Semnenbeth. Yeah, I believe Carly Semnenbeth got that goal. And if so, that would be her first as a JV Jaguar. Congratulations to her and the entire line, which really hustled down there and got that puck right in front of the crease, and Carly was able to pop it in.
Congratulations, Carly, on your first high school goal. We'll wait for the official announcement. I didn't know who might have got the assist. I didn't see who shot that from the point. Well, they credited Natalie Thornburg, who's not on the ice, so not sure we can trust the official score on that.
So Natalie Thornburg's number 8, Carly is number 18, and I think the refs didn't see that. Yep, you got it. So that was clearly Carly Semnenbeth's goal, so congratulations to her.
Cooper with the deflection of their own immediately answers a very similar play. A shot from the point got redirected inside the far post.
Ada Bird well positioned for the first shot, as she should be, but just can't anticipate it being deflected like that. And just like that, after no scoring, in about 30 seconds, we have a goal on each side, 1-1 between the Jefferson Jaguars and Armstrong Cooper Wings. Lola Herman with the face-off win right there. Gets it to Taylor Keith, back to Lola.
So just after we say, like, it's been an up and down game, no score. We get 2 goals in the span of about 10 seconds. Bloomington trying to keep the streak going here. That looks like Herman. She tries to go back to the point, but comes out across the blue line. That's first to Lindman. Lindman knocks it in deep. Keith and Herman give chase. They got Hoffbeck on the other side. Herman comes away with it. She's got Hoffbeck in front, doesn't see her. She goes back to the point.
Lindman calling for it on the point here.
Lindman trying to get a shot off. Had a little trouble getting that onto her stick. It ended up going into the corner. Both Herman and Keith now giving chase. Armstrong back behind the net. Curled back again. The forecheck for Bloomington doing a good job of turning these Armstrong Cooper skaters around as they're trying to break out. Here comes Cooper with speed. First and Lindman both get back. Good individual effort there by the Armstrong forward. Split the D and shelved one just under the crossbar. They take a 2-1 lead, John.
Really nice snipe by her. At the end, she had about a foot to work with and got the upper corner, and a great individual effort, as you say. And the Wings showing some aggression on that play. Now up 2-1 with 2:03 remaining here in the first. We're going to have Carmen Melnichuk with the face-off. She wins it cleanly. Back to Lindman and over to first.
Feels like Bloomington winning the majority of the face-offs today.
Yes.
That comes back to Walsh. She sneaks up the inside wall. She's going to try to maneuver to get a shot. Tried to go far post. Good save by the Armstrong goalie there.
That was a good individual effort to get open and bring it all the way down there and get a good, clean, open shot. But the Armstrong goalie equal to the task there.
That draw comes back to Walsh off the center ice. She skates up the near side wall, then cuts in for a tough angle shot, but a good shot nonetheless. It comes back to Walsh. She throws it in front. Traffic there. Now Melnichuk's got it. She tries to go far post, just misses wide. Walsh is going to hold that in. Throws it deep into the corner. Comes the opposite side. Held in there by Lindman. She throws it in front, trying to get a tip. Melnichuk's going to retrieve. Centering pass. Just misses Sam Nevent. And here comes Cooper the other way again with speed. Lindman forces her to the corner. Good back check by Tyus to help out. Now she's got some room to skate. She pokes it ahead. She's going to go for a change. Melnichuk's going to continue the forecheck. Knocks that puck loose. But Cooper appears to be, intercepted by Keith, who's just coming on. She's trying to maneuver for a shot. Oh, she hits it just over the outstretched glove, far side post to tie this game 2-2 with a minute left.
Well, as you say, in the right spot at the right time, intercepted the pass, and then quickly made a move to the net. But a really nice finishing shot there to tie it up with 51.9 seconds remaining. And that changes the whole complexion of the period there, because it's likely they'll head into the second period with a tie game here, and gives the Jaguars a little bit of momentum there. We have Lola Herman on the face-off, and again is able to seize control of it.
Guessing that one most likely unassisted, John, considering she intercepted that pass coming onto the ice. I think they got the goal announcement wrong there, but nonetheless. That was first back at the point, trying to hit a stretch pass. Here comes Cooper with some pressure. Dispossessed of the puck. First tries to get it to Hoffbeck. It's on the sidewall. We only got 20 seconds left here. Bloomington trying to survive. Shot on net, covered up by Bird. 17 seconds left. The way we're scoring here, John, I just want to get to the break and get a reset.
Indeed. Nice poke check there by Kalina Walsh, keeping it from a front-on opportunity a few feet from the net. So great defense there. And as you say, they're just trying to get through the period here with 13 seconds remaining.
Keith looking for a cross-ice pass. Hits it. Hoffbeck with some speed. She's got Herman with her if she can get it to the... Herman got dumped.
No whistle.
Not sure if she lost an edge or if that was influenced by the back-checking defender. Either way, we got the end of period one, score tied 2-2.
Somewhat similar to the first JV game on Thursday evening, which the Jaguars came back and won. A highly competitive game here, and a close one, as it was with Prior Lake on Thursday night here. So the Jags hanging in there, and they're going to need to catch a breath here, because again, the Wings have a whole nother line that the Jaguars don't have, with 16 skaters, 10 skating for the Jags. And we'll see how long this lasts with this current lineup, because it's likely that because some of these skaters are also varsity skaters, that they may not play the full game here, and you might have a couple other players rotate in. But so far, the same squad as we had in the first period.
You mentioned, just like the game on Thursday night, both games really up and down, not many whistles. We've had no penalties this game. We didn't have penalties in Thursday's game until late, I believe.
No penalties, no icing, no offsides, just a stop for goals, or for, of course, when the goal
not even many
stops.
offsides or icings in this game.
Yeah, not at all.
They were very up and down. Up and down, a lot of transition hockey.
The only whistles were for goals or for the puck being frozen by the goalie on a nice save. So a really competitive, well-played first period here. And as most of our viewers know, in JV games, they do not resurface the ice in between the first and second period. So Jaguars catching their breath after that up and down first period, tied 2-2. We've got to jump right back into it. Ada Bird, of course, going back to take the net. And we have Taylor Keith as well as Carmen Melnichuk, who's going to take the face-off, and Carly Salmonbeth in terms of the front line. And I think that is Lola Herman as well as Kalina Walsh on the blue line.
Draw one back for Bloomington. Walsh going to circle into the corner. Loose, shakes the defender. She's going to bring that up herself with speed. She's got a lane. She's got Melnichuk with her. Backhand on net. Saved into the corner. Nice rush by Walsh there. Walsh centering past Keith. Oh, hits the post. Almost had goal number 2. Oh, good find by Walsh from the corner. Keith sitting on the back door, just couldn't convert. Herman back at the blue line now. Forces the Cooper forward wide. Cooper circling, trying to work a shot. Oh, skates over the blue line. Everybody's going to have to tag up.
Nice job by Lola Herman forcing her to the corner there,
from
Ryan.
the Armstrong forward. And here we got Walsh just content to ice it to get a change. Probably tired from that coast-to-coast run.
First icing in the game here, going to be a face-off to Ada Bird's left in this 2-2 game, 14-10 remaining in the second period.
We may see more icings in this second period, John. I'm looking Bloomington's down a skater. I'm guessing that they...
Well, I can't tell yet, but I don't think Vea Flanders is playing
Flanders
this period.
Was one period only.
She's going to be playing 3 periods of varsity, and in high school, Minnesota State High School League rules, you can play 4 periods of hockey in one day. And so she had her one JV period, and now she'll go in with the varsity team and start getting suited up for the varsity game, which we'll bring to you at 3 o'clock.
And as we know, second period, Bloomington's got to go the long way to get a change. Here comes Herman. Or no, that's Hoffbeck. The fours throw me off, similar statures. Well, Hoffbeck tries to center it, hits traffic. That's
Ella First. Yep. And we have Lindman out there on the line as well. And Megan trying to hold it. And
Tyus playing the blue line in period 2 here. Ties up about 3 Armstrong forwards, dumps it in. First, going to give chase. Try to buy some time for her team to change behind her. Pass back to Tyus. She contemplated going D to D, tries to get it ahead to Keith. Cooper tries to dump it in. Keith knocks it down low. Get another few changes here. Melnichuk, good forecheck. Held in at the point temporarily, knocked loose. Good back check by Keith. Bloomington taking their time. Walsh tried to find Keith on the far side board. Keith has to skate back, now finds Melnichuk. She's coming up 1-on-2, but she's picking up speed. Tries to swing wide, beats that defender. She's going to get a good shot here. Oh, tried to go glove side high, but sailed that over the crossbar. Keith, though, I think picks that up. She's looking behind the net, looking for a pass. Drops it back to Walsh at the point, throws it in front, just wide. Sam Nevent there, tried to redirect, but couldn't get a stick on it. Here comes Herman. She loses the puck in the corner. Hoffbeck covering for her at the blue line, going to try to pinch. Keith holds it in. Sam Nevent now going to apply some pressure. Walsh ends up with it at center ice, taking her time to let her teammates tag up. Walsh now with some room. She's going to get a shot here. Tries to make a move. It falls back. Lindman just fires wide. Sam Nevent tries to poke it back to Hoffbeck. Hoffbeck keeps it deep. Lindman retrieves. Loses that puck behind the net. Armstrong struggling to get it across the center ice line here. Bloomington just humming, buzzing in the offensive zone here to start the second period. Lose it there. Armstrong throws it behind the net, but Sam Nevent's going to get to that first. Second period, Armstrong struggling to get a change. Haven't had it across center ice. Tyus, she holds it in temporarily. It comes out, but again, not far. Walsh there. She's going to try to prevent Armstrong from changing. Lets Bloomington get fresh skaters. Smart play by Walsh. And excellent pass off the boards. Finds Melnichuk, who fires it on net. Shot goes wide, but Bloomington's got 5 fresh skaters out, and Cooper's been out here, same line for about 2 minutes, and they're content finally just to fire it down to get a change.
Good hustle by Bloomington,
there.
And they got to be getting a little bit tired. As you mentioned, the short bench here, they only have 4 skaters on the bench. And we also mentioned, Ryan, how versatile so many of these Jaguar JV players are. And so here you have Lola Herman and Elise Tyus, who played forward in the first period, who are now blue liners and playing quite well. And of course, we saw Lola Herman in the varsity game towards the end playing defense as well on Thursday night. So this versatility is helping the varsity as well.
Cooper with a good rush there, speed on the far side, but Keith doing a good job back checking to break that up. Puck comes out, Keith gets a stick on it, but can't quite get it across the blue line. Cooper stays in the zone. That shot deflected over the net. Goes into the near side corner. Bloomington going to come away with it. There's Melnichuk. She's got Keith with her, 2-on-2. Makes a move, gets around the defense, splits them. Shot hits the goaltender's chest. Had Keith on the far post if that rebound would have come just to her side.
Second time this period that Carmen Melnichuk has been able to storm down on the right side and get a good shot off. So she's got some speed and she's got some muscle and mustard on that shot as well. So, but none of them have gone in yet. But 10:05 remaining here in the second period.
Here comes Herman. She's going to try to go coast to coast. She's got skaters with her. Contemplated a drop pass there. She's got traffic in front. She gets taken down. Still no call. That one seemed about as blatant a takedown as you could have. But Hoffbeck, she's controlling the puck. Pokes it behind. Sam Nevent tries to intercept. Lindman now in the corner. Gets it back to Herman. Herman tries to get in front. Hits Sam Nevent into the corner. She battles. She tries to go back to the point, but that's going to get intercepted. That's probably going all the way down for an icing. So, John, we got 9.5 minutes left in the second period. I'm not sure Bloomington can sustain this pace of play. And now I see Emily Spencer, I think, coming onto the bench for reinforcements. I presume that's for this period. The coaching staff cheering to have a fresh set of lungs.
Giving her a nice pat on the back here, and the whole team should get a pat on the back in terms of how they've hung in there. A fortuitous icing because it gave the skaters a minute to catch a breath, but they also have a face-off right in front of the Wings goalies.
That was a good centering pass by First. She had Lindman in front, but couldn't get a stick on it. Walsh, good job catching up to that.
Wow,
Armstrong
poked it away
defender.
and was able to pick it back up as well. Very nice job by Kalina Walsh.
Armstrong got some space, goes to the point, goes D to D. Oh, almost picked off there by Hoffbeck. Just couldn't get her stick on it. Tyus, she tries to get up the side wall. She ends up having to ring it. Walsh on the other side. She goes high off the glass, tries to get it out, but it's held in. Dumped into the corner. Tyus is going to retrieve, tries to go in the other way. That's going to be held in. Tipped out. Armstrong doing a good job holding the blue line there. Tyus finally bounces one over the defenseman's stick. Gets out to center ice. We only get one skater off, though. Tyus, a little winded. Retrieves behind the net. Struggles with it a bit. Armstrong there. Takedown. That also not called.
We're getting used to seeing Tyus along the boards and Armstrong Cooper Wings falling around her. So here comes Melnichuk again, but this time on the left side.
Melnichuk again with speed, cuts to the front. Tried for the far post, just missed that one by about 6 inches. Lindman tries to dump it in. She's going to try to get a change. Held in by Herman. And we do, in fact, have Spencer now on the blue line. She's got it at center ice, tries to dump it in deep, but that hits traffic. A scrum on the sidewall. Cooper succeeds in dumping it deep. Herman's going to retrieve. She's going to slingshot around the net. Comes up the boards. Got Sam Nevent there. And Melnichuk. Gets it out to Keith. And we got our first penalty. You just have to sell it, apparently, John. Flip the stick up in the air and spin around.
No question about it, but it was probably an overdue one right there. And notably, it appears that the Wings are changing goalies. And this is probably that they have, 2 goalies, as we mentioned before the game, on the bench. There's 7:28 remaining, so you can't get much closer than officially halfway through the JV game because, of course, they're 15-minute periods here. So a new Wings goalie, and she's going to have to face a face-off right to her right as a baptism by fire, perhaps, here.
Hoffbeck won that draw back to Spencer. Spencer content to throw it into the corner, but Armstrong going to come out with speed. Got Spencer and Herman back. Shot goes wide of the net. Herman's going to retrieve. She's pressured, though, but comes away with it. She picks up steam coming through center ice. Got first charging in hard. Tried to center it for first, but hit the defenseman's stick and then ricocheted behind the net. Spencer going to try to pinch in the corner here, but it gets cleared. Hoffbeck, who was covering for Herman at the blue line, she's going to skate back all the way to retrieve. She's got plenty of space. She finds Herman, but misses on that pass. Sam Nevent tried to pick it up, but Armstrong shoots it all the way down. We got 1:05 left in the penalty. Man advantage for Bloomington. Again, that pass just misses. Ricochets off the wall. It's going to end up on net. Good pool shot. No icing. Got a forecheck here. Armstrong, plenty of space. They fire it all the way down. Fresh skaters out for Bloomington.
Good penalty kill so far by the Wings.
Melnichuk picks it up with speed. She's going to fly through neutral ice here. She's got Sam Nevent with her. They cross. Melnichuk trying to get it in front of the net to her backhand, but hits traffic. Here comes Keith. Her slap shot kind of bounced over her stick. Gets out to center ice. Tyus now possesses it. She's going to try to get it in deep. Bloomington going to try to get a forecheck here. They got 25 seconds left on the power play. Not much in the way of shots on this power play. Armstrong doing a good job of clearing it. That shot goes in front, and Sam Nevent there, but quickly covered up by the Cooper goaltender.
14 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Jaguars. And your
shot, her puck was kind of flipping on her, but had a little bit of traffic in net. Armstrong aggressively forechecking here. Walsh rings the boards, trying to get it out. Cooper defenseman loses the puck. First comes in with speed, dumps it in deep. Lindman's going to forecheck behind the net, battling there. Hoffbeck tried to get it out to the point, but Armstrong intercepts that. Armstrong's back at full strength. They don't want to ice it at this point, but they do succeed in getting it deep. Walsh is going to retrieve. She gets rubbed off in the corner. She's battling two Armstrong forecheckers. Hoffbeck comes in to help out. Gets it to Tyus. Tyus, look up. Has a skater ahead. She's going to bring it across the blue line. Loses it temporarily. Is there a whistle there?
They might have called offsides. It did not seem that way, but they're, of course, on the ice and exacting on that. We've mentioned the versatility. Here's Tyus, who played forward in the first period, is back on the blue line, but took it into the wing zone like a forward once she got it on her stick. So that's helpful for the Jaguars.
Well, John, we had no goals in the first period through the first 12 minutes, and then 4 goals in the last 3. We're approaching the 4.5-minute mark left in the second period. We'll see if we have a similar flurry. Cooper into the corner, rubbed off there effectively by Herman. Content to wait for her teammates to come and help her out. That comes across for Spencer. Spencer trying to get it up to Sam Nevent. Goes back into the zone. Up the side wall, that's Keith. She tries to go cross ice to Sam Nevent. Just misses on that pass. Good look by Keith. Pressured by Melnichuk. We got Spencer back with Herman. Shot tries to go through Spencer's legs, but she blocks that. She swings around the net, tries to find Keith on the side wall. Puck's dangerously tossed in front, sort of a lob shot there. Up the side wall, Sam Nevent can't quite tip it out. Herman pokes it over to Spencer. Spencer's going to try to get it ahead to Keith. Actually, Spencer content to throw it high off the glass, take the icing to get a much-needed change.
3:37 remaining here in the second period in a 2-2 game, and the score reflects how close it seems. I think that they're not keeping track on the scoreboard of shots. It would seem that the Jaguars have more of them, but it's not overly lopsided. This is a pretty even game. And
this has been a very well played, just like Thursday. Yeah. That was a very competitive game.
Absolutely.
Scoreboard, shot-wise, etc.
And, you know, in watching this JV team coached by Aaron Schramm, as you know, the head coach, and Alex Getters is the assistant coach. Every year they seem to be in every game, and they seem to win them mostly as well, especially last year where they had a terrific record.
Cooper with some sustained pressure here for the last minute and a half. Bloomington having a tough time getting it out of the zone. They keep trying to go up the sidewall, but those Cooper defensemen doing a good job of holding it in, firing it back into the corner. Not generating a lot of shots, but just keeping the pressure on. Frustrating Bloomington a little bit, but here comes Walsh, takes it upon herself. She's going to skate through center ice. She's got first with her, and she got hooked, and there's going to be our second penalty of the game. Again, a great individual effort there.
And it shows when hustle meets, you know, a defenseman who is getting beat, you are going to get some penalties because the hook was reflective of the defenseman desperately trying to reach out, keep her from a face, you know, from a shot right in front of the net there. So Jaguars with their second power play here, with 2:49 remaining in the second.
Melnichuk taking the draw. They got Spencer and Herman back on the blue line. Cooper tries to go behind the net, but doesn't get much on it. Keith giving chase, trying to force a turnover. Can't quite get to it. Spencer out at the red line. She's got a little bit of space. She's going to look for a pass. Turns, finds Herman on the far side. She's got room to skate. She's got Melnichuk with her and drops past to Melnichuk. Throws it easily gloved by the Cooper goaltender. We get an offensive zone draw.
2:24 in the period, 1:35 in the penalty, and a 2-2 game in the second here in New Hope between the Jefferson JV Jaguars versus the Armstrong Cooper Wings here. Carmen Melnichuk will take the face-off. She's been pretty good at the draw so far today, although this one is won by Armstrong Cooper.
You jinxed it, John.
Yeah, there we go.
Cooper wins that draw, fires it all the way down. Good play by Armstrong there. It actually bounces right up to the side of the net. Spencer retrieves, tries to get Keith, but here comes Melnichuk. She's going to pick that up with speed. She's got Sam Nevent with her. Melnichuk still possession of it, but then gets knocked down, and Cooper able to clear it all the way down. Spencer, nope, this is Tyus now going to have to retrieve. Aggressive forecheck by Cooper, ties her up in the corner. She's going to need some help. Keith comes back. Two Cooper forecheckers, just killing time by keeping it into the corner. Comes out to the blue line, plenty of space there. Can't get a good shot off. Now Tyus is going to carry it out from D. She's going to try to enter the offensive zone. She throws it on net, gets a cover with 42 seconds left in the power play and a minute 30 left in the second period. Can we get our third goal here and go into the break with a lead here, John? That'd do a lot for sort of confidence and momentum.
Well, if you remember, the Jaguars tied it up late in the first period as well, and you rightly pointed out that all four goals were scored at towards the very end of the first period, but so far nothing here in the second. And a pretty good penalty kill so far by Armstrong Cooper, including by Cooper, number 24.
Yes. Aptly named.
Exactly. So who just dumped it down.
Bloomington trying to break out, tries to get the center ice pass, connects on it. Nice play. Here comes Lindman all alone, got tangled up in her feet a little bit. Almost snuck it through the 5-hole anyway. Excellent breakout pass. She did a good job sort of corralling that puck when it got in her skates initially.
She really did, and that's what I noticed as well. You know, it was a little bit hard, but she had to slow down a little bit, but didn't break stride, got it in front of her and got a good shot off, and now we have a face-off to the left of the Armstrong Cooper goalie.
One back, good shot from the point from Walsh, and an excellent blocker save by the Cooper goaltender.
You know, credit to her. If you remember, she came in the middle of the period.
Yes.
And you come in cold like that, it can be difficult, and she's made some very nice saves. Even strength now, Ryan.
Bit of a scrum on the side wall here. That's first battling through two Cooper defenders. Puck comes to center ice. Cooper possesses. They carry it across the blue line, trying to weave through traffic. Finally stick checked away by, couldn't see who that was. Lindman now on the sidewall, trying to get it to Tyus. I think Bloomington is trying to hold on here for the last 20 seconds. They look a little fatigued out there. Tyus going to give chase, go up the sidewall. Lindman manages to tip that across the blue line. Bloomington needs to hold on for another 12 seconds. Nice job by Herman deflecting that puck. She throws it in deep. That's probably going to do it, John. 3 seconds counting down. Armstrong content to just run the clock out.
And
So
the
at the end
Jaguars will be content to take a little break here in between periods. So
we will keep the camera running so that we don't have a break in the game like we had on Thursday, but we'll mute our mics here. You guys can just watch the Zamboni in silence, and we will pick up the broadcast again in about 12 minutes. Score tied 2-2. Again, Bloomington playing Armstrong-Cooper here going into the third period. All right, Bloomington fans, we are back for the start of the third period. Bloomington playing Armstrong-Cooper here at New Hope Ice Arena. The score is tied 2-2 after 2. It's been a very competitive game, up and down. The Jags playing with 10 skaters all game, going against a Cooper team that's got 16 strong. It's been a relatively whistle-free. Bloomington has had 2 power plays, but hasn't been able to convert, John.
And Wings come right out after went in the draw here and bring it down right in front of Ada Bird, but Jaguars lining up and Ada swallows that one up, but it gets loose.
Shot gets through from the point, rebound in front, 2 Cooper players there, but Bird does a good job smothering it. Here comes Melnichuk. She's going to have Tyus with her, trying to get a shot on, and it's poked off her stick momentarily, just enough to disrupt that play. Keith tries to throw it on net. Keith moving back to the blue line for period 3 here. Walsh retrieves. She's got a lot of space. She's looking for an outlet pass, taking her time. She's going to skate around. She's going to bring it out herself. She's got skaters with her. Melnichuk, Tyus, Sam Nevent up front. Walsh patiently waiting, killing time. Bloomington gets fresh skaters out. Walsh looks like she's just toying with it out there. Now she's going to go for a change.
Making a change, and you will hear this name here in just a moment when she heads out on the ice. But on the bench, about ready to jump in, is Alex Kapsner, who, of course, is a varsity defenseman, and she will be the third of the 3 varsity D who played 1 period. Prior to this, we had Vea Flanders in the first, and then Emily Spencer in the second. And now, again, right number 5, as you may see there, lining up on right D, is Alex Kapsner, the senior defenseman.
She'll be paired with Herman on the blue line. Taking the draw there is Hoffbeck. She's out with First and Lindman on the wings. I have a feeling this is the line that's going to pop in the third period here, John. I feel like both Lindman and First have had some opportunities here, just haven't yet had a chance to convert, but I feel it here.
And Megan Hoffbeck's speed usually creates opportunities.
This is a fast line
as well.
overall.
Yeah.
Goes behind the net. First is there. Lindman helping her out. Hoffbeck trying to prevent the breakout, but can't do it. Here comes Cooper with speed. Gets around first defenseman. Lindman tries to pick that up. It gets to Cooper into the slot. Herman does a good job trying to limit that shot. It goes wide. First there on the sidewall. Kapsner bats it away. Pokes it out to Lindman. She's going to have a chance if she can outrun. Ooh, held up a little bit there. Probably not penalty worthy, but good play by Cooper.
Tangling
here comes Melnichuk. She's going to have a chance here. Cuts to her forehand, tries to poke it on the near side post, but covered up by the Armstrong goaltender.
Carmen Melnichuk has not scored in this game, but she has had several shots on goal, and it really has a nose for the net and getting in there deep, and goalie equal to the task on that one. But she's another player to watch this period here. Flanked by Tyus on her left wing and Sam Neveth, who has scored on the right wing.
Puck goes back to the point. It's tipped in front by Tyus. Just couldn't quite get that on net, but excellent play. Shot from the point from Walsh. Tyus, who had a tip goal in game 1.
Absolutely, right? Yeah, and almost had a second one here in this 2-2 game, 12:47 remaining in the third.
Good hand-eye coordination from the freshman. Another shot in front. Walsh there rifles one through. I think the goalie got a piece of that, deflected it wide. Centering pass just goes over Sam Nevent. Walsh from the point, kind of flutters in, covered. Good 30 seconds here from Bloomington.
2 shots straight from Kalina Walsh from the point, and 2 good looks there, and keep that up, and you also have the opportunity for a rebound. Taylor Keith sharing the defensive blue line with her on this shift.
Sam Nevent gets it back to Walsh. Walsh again throws it in front. That one hits traffic and deflects wide. Armstrong's going to have time to get that out. They're looking, but tries to get up the sideboards. Can Bloomington hold it? They get it across the blue line. They're going to try to dump it in deep. They enter the offensive zone. Good back check by Melnichuk. She clears the zone. Armstrong's going to have to tag up. Cooper dumps it in. Keith back on the blue line, just whiffs on it. Walsh is there to prevent a better shot. Sam Nevent on the sidewall, trying to get it ahead to Tyus. Can't. That puck thrown into the far side corner. Here comes Tyus to get it. ties up the Armstrong-Cooper defenseman on the near side wall. Melnichuk helping. It comes back to Keith. Keith looking for a breakout pass. Just misses Sam DeVent. That's going to go for an icing.
11:37 here remaining in the third, and no scoring in the second period, and all 4 goals scored within about 4 minutes at the end of the first period. So both teams looking to break the tie here and break out a little bit.
Through 5 periods this year, John, Bird picking up where she left off, coming off a really good season. She's been really solid through, like I said, 1.5 games so far.
Very well positioned in nearly every shot.
Bloomington gets it deep into the Armstrong zone. Strong forecheck. All 3 skaters trying to break it up. They turn it over. Armstrong forced to skate it into the corner. Get turned around again, but now they're going to carry it out into the neutral zone. Good back check. 4 Bloomington skaters already back. First showing good speed, as is Hoffbeck, as is Lindman. They force Armstrong-Cooper to regroup. They come to the near side wall. They try to throw it in deep. That's picked off. Pass up the wall, just misses Lindman. Good bank pass there from Herman. Pressured by First. She creates a turnover, dumps it in deep. Melnichuk's going to give chase.
Good hustle by
checks from behind.
That's going to go for 2
call.
right there. As soon as you hear the whistle.
Tyus, though, trying to battle in front. That's minimally a 2-minuter. That was pretty blatant, John.
It indeed was, and dangerous as well.
Yes.
Because right along the boards here. So 2 minutes for cross-checking. And so the Jaguars are going to have their 3rd power play, Ryan. Haven't been able to capitalize on the first 2. We'll see what happens here. 10:36 remaining in the third. Face off to the wings right.
So far, Armstrong's done a really good job on the penalty kill. Hasn't given up much in the way of opportunities. Draw 1 back to Keith. Cross ice to Walsh. Gets a shot on. Rebounds loose. Batted in front, but covered. Little extracurricular there in the crease. So good shot off the draw there. 8 seconds in. We'll see if we can do it again. Melnichuk's been doing really great on the faceoffs today. Won the majority. Just going to try to pull it back to Walsh again. Instead, Sam DeVent powers through the circle on the draw. They got a shot on net, but Armstrong clears it out to center ice. Keith is going to have a chance to retrieve. She's going to take it behind the net. Slingshot around. Picks up some speed. Coming up the far side wall. Tries to throw it in deep. Sam DeVent is there to intercept it. Bloomington's going to try to regroup. They pass it back to Walsh. Walsh has Tyus, but has to chase down the puck first. She comes up the wall. Tyus with a good catch. Tyus throws it on net from center ice. Really good shot considering she shot that in from the red line.
Gives Bloomington a chance to change all 5 because the goalie just sat on it for a moment there. The refs hesitated, but then eventually blew the whistle. 9:48 remaining in the third period. 1:13 in the penalty. Face off to the wings goalie's right.
Hoffbeck going to take the draw here. Bats it into the corner. Gives chase. First on the far side wall. Kapsner tries to hold it in, but it bounces out to the blue line. She goes across to Herman. Herman spotted Lindman, but couldn't connect on that pass, but a touch by Cooper prevents the icing. All 3 Bloomington forwards quickly on the puck to tie it up. Batted out front, trying to get it across. Hoffbeck sit on the far side post. Kapsner tries to hold it in, but Cooper's there. They're going to clear it all the way down, throw it behind the Bloomington net. Herman's going to retrieve. She cuts back the other way. She's got Hoffbeck ahead. She's got First ahead. Lindman up front, but Herman's going to carry into the zone, looking for a pass. 2 Cooper defenders try to take her off the puck. She skates all the way behind the net. Bloomington getting fresh forwards out. Sam DeVent trying to win that puck race. Gets there, holds the zone temporarily. Bloomington getting all 5 new skaters. Keith just off from the bench. She's going to pick it up. She's got Tyus ahead if she wants that pass. She's got plenty of room to skate. Tyus, a good touch just to get it in deep. Spins in the corner. Melnichuk's going to get there first. Throws to the far side wall. Tyus probably looking. Keith's going to possess it. She jumps it into the sidewall again. Tyus, wow, a good shot from the sidewall quickly. Then Walsh takes a rip from the far side boards. And Cooper trying to clear it, bounces it off Melnichek's shin pad into the bench. And the penalty's over, John. 0 for 3 on the power play today. That could come back to haunt us.
Really good penalty kill on 3 successive power plays by the Armstrong-Cooper Wings, where we had a hard time hardly getting a shot on any of the 3 at this point. But pressure from the Jags continues, so the faceoff is in the Wings zone.
Yes,
and won by Melnichuk.
Jaguars sort of dominating early play here in the third period. We're 8 minutes left, so about halfway through. It's largely been in the Armstrong-Cooper end, thanks in part to that penalty. Melnichuk's going to come back to pick up that puck. She's going to come around the net with speed. Tries to get it ahead. She had first up on the wing. Tyus out there now. I think line's got a little mixed up coming off the penalty kill. Walsh got Keith across, but she's going to look for Tyus. Just misses on that pass. That's going to go for an icing. So, John, we're in halfway through the third period. Again, the only having 10 skaters all game might be catching up to Bloomington. They're not quite as crisp as they were coming out in that first period.
No, and they've changed a few skaters with this icing, but through the forwards still out there. So let's see if they can't get cleared out of the zone, and face off won by Megan Hoffbeck there. And here comes Lola Herman.
Herman's going to come away with it. She's got Hoffbeck with her. Lindman trailing, tries to get it to Hoffbeck. It ends up getting dropped back to Lindman. She's going to get a shot. Good shot from a tough angle. Blocker save, though. Held in, dumped behind the net. Hoffbeck's got some room. She's looking for a pass, tries to get it to Herman at the point. That's deflected, but held in. Herman contempt to throw it behind the net. Lindman there. She gets tied up along the sidewall, taken down. Comes back to Kapsner. Kapsner's got a little bit of time. She throws it on net. Good save. Ton of blue jerseys, but couldn't get a second shot off.
No, the goalie is well positioned and played well since she's come in. Hasn't given up a goal yet.
Sandevent tries to get a slap shot. Whiffs on that. Gets thrown into the corner. Herman's going to pinch. Bloomington, good offensive zone time here. Had a chance to get a few changes. Here comes Cooper. Again, good back check. 4 Bloomington players back to help out. Both D and 2 forwards. Cooper content to just try to hold it, and it's knocked away. Kapsner's going to bring it up. She had Sam DeVent with her.
Well played by Alex Kapsner there, who's headed back to the bench for a well-deserved break here, but right back into the wing zone as Carmen Melnichuk tries to get control of it in the corner.
Breakout attempt from Cooper, finds its mark, but Keith immediately picks it off. She carries it in. Good job by Bloomington getting back to tag up. Give Keith an opportunity there, but here comes, that could have been interference. No call. Here comes Cooper 1-on-2. They lose the puck there. Don't get a shot off. First there to help out. That shot goes wide. Keith's got it. She's going to go up the sidewall for Tyus. Tyus gets around the first defender, tries to win that puck race. Gets it, but she's pressed into the far side wall. Battles back. Reinforcements arrive. She's got Hoffbeck in first with her. Walsh pinches in. Finds first. First tries to center it, but nobody's there. Now Armstrong skating out of the corner. We got about 5.5 minutes left, John. Score still tied 2-2. All 4 goals scored within about a 3-minute span of the end of period 1. Been scoreless ever since. Bloomington retrieves behind the net. That's Keith. She gets it to first on the sidewall. Keith coming out off first. She's got
Lindman there, as well as Megan Hoffbeck trailing. But now we're going to have a change of a few players.
Everybody but Lindman. Lindman forechecking to buy a little time. Lola's got space. She's got Kapsner, D to D. She tries to one-touch it. Turns it over at center ice, but there's Melnichuk. She skates through. She's going to get at minimum a backhand shot. Excellent move. She tried to go 5-hole.
There's 2 great individual efforts there. Carmen Melnichuk getting the puck, putting on some speed, splitting 3 Armstrong-Cooper Wings, getting a nice shot, but a really nice save by the goalie who came out to meet her. So pretty high impact play on both ends, but we still are at 2-2 with 4:39 remaining in the third.
Bloomington wins that draw. The shot attempt gets deflected into the corner. We got 4.5 minutes left. Armstrong trying to break out, turned around in the corner, but here they come. They cut back to center ice. They got some numbers here. Good move through center ice, trying to get a shot.
Three
tied up
blue
in the
jerseys
corner.
on her, though. Yes.
Capster does a good job knocking that off the puck. Comes out, can't quite get it. That's Melnichuk knocking it loose. Puck's bouncing around. That was Lindman, throws it deep. Bloomington just needing fresh skaters. I don't know how fresh they're even going to be here at 4 minutes left. That could be an icing. There was no touch. A little bit of a breather there. We noted earlier, John, that Armstrong Cooper made the rare mid-game goalie change. Usually when there's two goalies, they let them alternate games to stay in the flow. The second goalie's been up to the task coming in cold halfway through.
Absolutely, made some terrific saves, including the aforementioned breakaway by Carmen Melnichuk, but the stakes keeps getting higher as the time goes lower here. It's 3:53 remaining.
Off the face-off, Armstrong comes away with it. Centers tied each other up. Here comes Armstrong. Backhand goes wide. Good back check by Tyus. Tries to clear the zone. Held in at the point. Shot wide of the net, but then the Cooper player uncovered. Knocks that rebound through for a 3-2 lead with 3.5 minutes left.
Nice play by Armstrong Cooper. Uncovered, but it also seemed that the puck careened off the back wall a little bit strangely and right onto her stick, and she had an open shot and just rifled it in for a 3-2 Armstrong Cooper Wings lead with 3:36 remaining here in the third in New Hope, Minnesota.
Well, we'll see if Bloomington has it in them to come from behind 2 games in a row late in the third, John. We saw that on Thursday. And here's Hoffbeck with a shot. Doesn't get much on that, though. It hits traffic and is blocked. Now she loses her stick. Here comes Cooper. Gets it in. Immediately turned around by Walsh. Hoffbeck's got first with her. First content to throw it on net. Gives up a rebound. Puck's loose there. Hoffbeck pressuring. Lindman now on the side wall. But here comes Cooper picking up speed through the neutral zone. Good D by Kapsner. She's going to turn it the other way. Bloomington changing all 4 behind her. Kapsner looking for help. 1-on-5. Finally, fresh skaters come. And Armstrong content to throw it all the way down. We'll get an offensive zone draw. So
that was such a nice play by Alex Kapsner because she stole it, went into the zone alone as the rest of her line mates made a change. There were 5 white jerseys on the 1 blue jersey, and she forced the Wings into sending it down for an icing, so they have fresh skaters out there and a face-off to the goalie's right.
The draw won by Melnichuk. Back to Herman. She throws it in the corner. Both Tyus and can't see that number. That's Melnichuk now behind the net. She's going to give chase along with Tyus. Armstrong just trying to get it out. They got 2.5 minutes left to kill. They succeed. Kapsner's there. She's looking. She keeps it on the near side wall. Tries to find Melnichuk. Tyus throws it in deep. She's going to chase it into the corner. Armstrong trying to keep it along the boards. Melnichuk steals the puck. Trying to get it off the boards into the front of the net. Force Armstrong behind the net. Walsh, she's going to pinch and hold that in. She throws it into the corner. We need some fresh legs out there. Bloomington looking a little tired. Now down to 2 minutes. Herman holds the zone. Tyus is going to get to that puck. She tries to center it, but it goes off the back of the net. Walsh going to pinch. Successfully holds it. Forwards trying to change on the fly. Walsh centers. Nobody there. Herman's going to get it, though. She's going to try to get a shot on net. Makes a move. She's got a shot. Oh! Goes blocker side upper corner.
Boy, that was a nice snipe right there by Lola.
If pulled the goalie, I didn't even notice that, John.
Absolutely. That was just a terrific individual effort by Lola Herman. Sized it up, seemed to aim right for that corner and hit it for a 3-3 tie with 1 minute 27 seconds left here in the third.
And here we are again, just like last game, tied it up late, 3-3, 1.5 minutes left. If the hockey gods are smiling on us, John, they'll give us a penalty, give us a man advantage.
And sure enough, there's a penalty.
Oh, that's not the one I was calling. That's not what I was looking for, John. I jinxed it.
So now, with the minute 19, you're going to have the Wings on their first power play of the game, Ryan.
I think that was a little inadvertent. It looked like Lindman got her stick caught up in some skates, tried dropping the stick, but too late. All right, a minute 20. The Jags now either trying to hold on for a 3-3 tie. Face-off draw, one to the sidewall. Nice job by Hoffbeck there. Melnichuk giving hard chase, pressure in the puck. We got Keith and Walsh back on the blue line. Hoffbeck and Melnichuk out at forward penalty kill. Armstrong gets to the middle, poked away by Keith. Melnichuk tries to get it out, held in. Shot goes on net, kick save. Bloomington, fortunate Keith fires it all the way down. We got 50 seconds left. Couple of fresh skaters out for Bloomington. Stretch pass, Keith gets to that, tries to go up the sidewall. There's first, just fresh off the ice. Robbinsdale comes away with it. Fires a beautiful shot. Answers with the glove side upper corner to take a 4-3 lead with 30 seconds left, John.
Well, tough break for the Jaguars, but two great shots for these most recent two goals. One by Lola Herman and one, unfortunately, for the JV Jaguars by the Armstrong-Cooper Wings with 32 and a half seconds left remaining. That'll even it up because, of course, it ends the power play. And so we'll have to keep an eye on Ada Bird here and see if they indeed do pull her again.
So Bloomington takes their time out to discuss strategy here. I wonder, John, with a center ice draw, do they just take Bird out right away? You don't have a whole lot of time to gain possession. You're either going to win that draw or you're not.
Well, and you and I have both noticed that, between Carmen Melnichuk lately, between Lola Herman in the first, they've won several draws, been pretty successful on that. So maybe they take a gamble or just have it where she is really ready to go, at the start here. And speaking of start, they're playing Start Me Up by the Rolling Stones, and that's the way that the Jaguars are going to try to begin this center ice draw with a half minute or so left here in the third, down 4-3.
And if history is any suggestion, Coach Schramm tends to be aggressive with pulling the goalie, which I like. I mean, there's no use sort of waiting until it's too late at that point. I'm guessing he's going to bring Bird into the bench right away, and here he is. Now, they may also position somebody right behind the center on the draw here and have him charge through. Looks like they're going to cheat Herman off to the far side boards, try to get her sent, and get it wide. They get it in deep. Herman gives chase. Bloomington should be on full court press here, down 20 seconds. Armstrong comes away with it. No use back checking. You got to steal that puck. Walsh giving chase. Forces to the sidewall. Kapsner gets it wide. 10 seconds left. Tyus tries to get it ahead. Bats it up. Melnichuk has Hoffbeck in front. If she can get there, they're going to run out of time. 4 seconds. Centering pass. Knocked wide. And there's the buzzer. Wow. A heck of a game. This is two barn burners to start the year, John. Action-packed all the way to the end. Unfortunately, Bloomington goes down 4-3 here in game two, but a hard-fought game, well played by both teams.
Absolutely, and a lot of energy, especially for 9 players and one rotating varsity player each period. So a lot of iron will and a lot of gritty, gutty play by this short-staffed JV Jaguar team. So, but they lose 4-3 here to the Armstrong-Cooper Wings, who actually look quite good. 16 players on their squad and 2 goalies, and both goalies played well.
So I think we are going to pause here. We're going to stop recording. We'll pick it back up for varsity. JV's next game is Tuesday, back in Bloomington against Shakopee. So for John, for Kurt, for Ryan, we'll sign off, and we'll pick up JV broadcasts again next Tuesday. Thanks, everyone.